Okay, I don't know why my screen is. I don't know why my screen is this low. Wait a minute. There's something really weird here. Hold on, we're live, but there's something. YouTube, we live. I know there's something really crazy here. Give me a second. Give me a second while I figure this out. Hold on. There's a lot going on here this morning. I don't know why. The screen is looking crazy. Wait. I gotta enlarge the screen. We dedicate for being on time, but everything is good morning, young and up. Wait, everything I gotta get it together this morning. Wait, there's a lot going on here. I don't want to mess with nothing. Screen is young enough, put enough. I know you can see me, but do I look small, pause, or do I look regular on the screen? Okay, so let's just get this thing going. Good morning. Hold on. Toxic Talk Thursday. What's today's date? It's 27th of March. Toxic Talk Thursday, 27th of March, 2025. We already know that 3 minutes after the hour, guys. Welcome. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, Queen, Miss Miko. They'll be in the building in a minute. Good. Okay, young and you can see me. Okay, I just want to make sure everything is copacetic. Remember they used to say copacetic back in the day? Welcome to the show. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, 9 years running. I'm gonna get the exact date in a minute because we're gonna celebrate some show anniversaries here, and we're gonna do a whole big thing with the show as far as the longevity of it. And we truly appreciate y'all. What I said, like, share, follow, subscribe. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team. This is where you get your morning love. Most importantly, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We're on all social media platforms. You know the deal. I just want to get this thing popping for a second. And I want to talk about something very interesting, young and nut, and maybe you can identify with this, guys. I got a show note. You know, we're going to do the in-person Shawn Harvey Morning Show live podcast. Young and nut, I need you in the building. We have to change the date again and change the date again. So probably by tomorrow, we'll have that date. Y'all come on up to Comedy Hall. Now, young and I want to talk about something. I want to show some love. I had a video here, but I lost it, darn it. I want to show love to I want to show young and I want to show love to all the security guards out there. I want to show y'all some love. What a hell of a job. And I had a video. God, I don't know what I did with the video. Wait, let me see if I can find it. I had a video where this African American woman was stealing out of Walmart somewhere. I don't know where it was. And it was this Latino woman that was working there. And they were fighting over the item. And the Walmart worker, who happened to be Latino, was struggling with this African American woman with the item because the woman was trying to walk out the door. And the lady was like, no, you can't leave. And this is the item. And her other two co-workers were, approaching this whole incident in the store. And the lady, they tussling with this item. It looked like a baby seat. I don't know what it was. And the other lady comes up and she's like, call the security. Good morning, Johnny. What's going on, player? So you don't even see the security in the frame and in the video. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see the security guard. And the security guard, I'll be honest with you, he didn't give a damn. The security guard, you hear one lady yell out, call the police, call the police. Then you see the security guard come into the video. He's clearly a security guard. You see security on his shirt. Shout out to everybody over there on YouTube. We truly appreciate you. And he has, you see him clearly. He has the whole security uniform on. He looks legit to me as a security guard. And don't you know, this man was on the phone calling 911 while this woman was tussling with this other woman for stealing this item. And then the other two female co-workers came over, and these looked like women that didn't want to fight or They didn't give that aggressive kind of posture. They were like, stop it, but they wanted to pull the item away from the woman. The security guard, this is a man, and he would seem like he was an average sized man, but a big dude. He's on the phone, and welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ, Queen Miss Miko. They're on deck in a few minutes. They got to fix their faces. You know how the ladies got to fix your face? We'll talk about that in a minute. Then the three women overwhelmed the black woman, right? And the black woman drops the item and she started calling, calling workers all type of bitches and all that. She's walking out. Good morning, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. They're coming on deck. They just got to fix their face. Hashtag fix your face. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you got to fix your face. And then she walks out, right? She's walking out and she's calling them all type of bitches and calling them all type of names. And the three ladies, they had the item. So the woman couldn't steal the item. The security guard on the phone calling police, he didn't get nowhere near that confrontation. And my first thought was like, I applaud that security person. He was a dude. These were 4 women that were involved in this incident. He was a dude. It seemed like how big he was. He could have definitely alleviated this problem and brought this to a halt. Like he was a big enough man to separate these 2 women, pin this woman down, or whatever he wanted to do. But you know what he did? He got on the phone and he called Bob. He got on the phone and he called the police. While the workers in the store was grappling with this woman with this item, and it baffles me. That's why I show so much respect to when people are stealing items in stores, that the workers don't have nothing to do with that. The workers allow them to walk out, I think, as they should. What are you doing trying to seduce somebody from taking an item in a billion-dollar corporation and they paying you a few dollars to do this? Why are you risking your life? If I was working in retail and someone was stealing an item, I'll take a picture, do whatever, but I am not confronting nobody with no item. I'm not doing it. And I applaud the security guard for taking the appropriate action. He said, I ain't getting paid enough for this. Welcome to the show. My sister, Shawn Haynes Jones, in the building. The security guard said, I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm not doing this. And I understood it clearly. And these other 3 women that were working in the Walmart is trying to fight this woman for this item that she was trying to steal. That doesn't benefit you. Should we give you a raise now? Why the hell? If this woman was stealing the item and you know she was stealing the item, let this chick go. And that's why today, I'm going to applaud all. Hold on. I'm going to applaud all these security guards that mind their business, because these women had no business. It was 3 Latino women. They jumped on this black woman because she's trying to steal a little car seat. And they're grappling with this lady. The security guard ain't doing nothing. He's on the phone calling the police. Security guard, thank you, sir. You are smart as hell. To all the security guards that do nothing but call the police and don't get into the middle of the ruckus, I'm gonna take my hat off to you, and I'm going to salute you. Mind your business. What's the new trend online now? Mind your business. And if I work in retail and I see you stealing something, ma'am, there go the door right there. And then in the comments, they talking about give those people a raise, give them a medal. They did the right thing. No, they didn't. Ma'am, don't you fight another woman for no item? What is wrong with you? And security guards, you guys are the unsung heroes out there. We all know security guards. I know a lot of them. I might know more than security guards than all you guys in this room. But I'm for sure that you guys know security guards if I come across one. Some of these guys are big, intimidating, and big teddy bears. There's the women that are security guards. And well, Cindy, I would like a woman to fill me up one day and search me.
Ew.
But a lot of the women security guards are like dudes. But I want to say something to the security guards out there in these streets. You don't get the acknowledgement that you deserve. You are on the front line. It's a very dangerous job that you're dealing with people that have emotional issues, that are under the influence of alcohol or just bad people, and you are on the front lines to protect folks in an establishment from getting hurt. And sometimes security guards, and then I'm gonna yield my time to the queen. Security guards catch it too, man. Unfortunately, we have heard stories throughout our lifetime where the security guard gets shot and killed. It's sad and it's a reality. But I want to give a big shout out to the security guards out there who are not necessarily securing anything. It's sometimes the security is just their mere presence. But I give it up to you for security guards that don't do nothing. I still applaud you. And Spenny, if you don't mind, can I share one of my security guard experiences?
Absolutely. Share and share away, just like I'm doing, Shawn, and how I would like everybody in the chat room to make sure you share the show to your friends, to your loved ones, to your followers. Thank you. Carry on, Shawn.
Well, what you said was so profound, and thank you. And matter of fact, since you said that, I got a two-game parlay for you later on today, and God bless.
Oh, hooray for me.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it like they used to do in the 80s.
Wow.
Cindy, my story is like this, okay? It starts like this. This is back in the day in my dirt bag years, okay? This is
Not
back
the
in the
dirt
day
bag.
of Shawn Harvey being a whore. And I was doing stand-up back then, Cindy, but I was new. I was in the game. I was exciting. It was exciting to be around the ladies, and I was messing around with a few of the ladies at the same time. And just to defend myself, I was single at that moment. Prince Cox, no pause, Black Heart, God bless you. And Cindy, I was messing around with the chick, right? And I wasn't really feeling her, but I didn't tell her that I didn't, I did the wrong thing. I didn't tell her that I wanted to discontinue the relationship to talk to somebody else, right? So, I'm smashing, as the young folks would say back in the day. And I was like, I'm gonna discard this chick. I'm done. And then I
Okay.
started talking to this other chick from the comedy show. Now remember, Cindy, this was a long time ago. This was like year five in my comedy. I've been doing comedy 21 years.
Okay, you're trying to make one add up to two when your wife listens to this later. It's okay. Go ahead.
No doubt, no doubt. Thank you. And Cindy, I walked into the club with the new joint, right? And we was chilling. And then the other joint walked in.
Not the other joint.
Yeah, we called them joints back in the day. And Cindy, while I'm with the first joint, the other joint come rolling up and go, yo, who this? I go, whoa, 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 chill. We at the show, calm down. We'll talk about this later. Now the security guard, we was in a club in Long Island. Now the security guard is standing right next to me. We're at the door.
Okay.
So the new joint is sitting down there listening to the show, but she could see that there's some little ruckus over the door. The chick, she's getting loud now. I'm like, yo, calm the fuck down. Cindy, don't you know, in front of the security guard, this chick got so mad at me with her friend. She was with her friend. Cindy, don't you know this chick punched me in the eye?
Wait, the chick that you were supposed to be with, or the old joint?
The old joint.
The old joint that saw you with the new joint.
Yeah, the old
But
joint.
you were still creeping with the old joint while you were with the new joint?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was being very messy. That's what I'm saying. I was
Okay.
being.
So you got what you deserved, and then what happened?
Now, Cindy, when I got punched in the eye, this is a true story.
Was it a good punch?
It was a
Was it
good
like
punch. Yeah,
it
it
was a
was a
good
very
one?
good punch. Uh, Cindy, the security guard. So I flinched back because she punched me in the eyeball. Now, the other joint that I'm with on the date, She don't want no parts of this. She ready to get out of there. She's ready to walk out and get in the car. And the funny thing about it, I drove to the club with her, the new joint. Now, Cindy, when the old joint punched me in my eye, Cindy, back in the day, this happened in Long Island, by the way.
Okay.
Valley Stream, Long Island. I can tell you the exact time. I remember the whole thing. Cindy, the security guard. Now remember, the security guard is right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the door.
Right.
Cindy, when the old joint punched me in my eyeball, you know the security guard did absolutely nothing. I'm looking at this neighbor like, no, what's happening here?
I just got assaulted.
Yo, and he did absolutely nothing. And he was like, yo, you step outside. He told me to step outside, which was a good thing because that's when the new joint, I said, come on, let's go, let's get out of here. And we got in the car and we drove off. But my point is, why didn't the security guard do anything? I got assaulted in the club. And in spite of that happening to me, SennyJ, don't you know I still got love and respect for the security guards out here? And shout out to that security guard that did absolutely nothing when that joint punched me in the eye.
Oh, because we were bringing it back to the security guards, right?
Yeah, we're bringing it back to security guards. I still got love for the security guards, even though I didn't feel secure in front of a security guard when a chick punched me in the eye at the comedy club back in 2007 or whatever it was.
You wanted him to come and bum rush her?
I wanted him to whip her ass. I wanted him to put her in a Sergeant Slaughter headlock. Princess, remember Sergeant Slaughter? I wanted him to put her in a figure 4 leg lock and then pick her up and power drive the bitch.
All of that real quick. All that went through your mind.
Right. I wanted her to jump up. I wanted this neighbor to tomahawk this broad. Because, like, what are you there for, sir?
Prentice said the security guard probably bagged the old joint that night. Period.
I wanted
like, look, don't worry about it. I'm going to handle her later.
I wanted the security guard to put this chick in a full Nelson, a sleeper hold. Do something. Don't sit there and tell me for me to get out. But in spite of all of that, before I yield my time to the Queen SennyJ, I still got love for the security guards. Put a number 1 in the chat room, guys, and welcome to the show. And place on us where you get to Morning Star, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show with the Queen SennyJ. And Cindy, I want to say you look absolutely lovely today, and God bless you. Your skin looks good.
Thank you so much, Shawn. I received that.
Put a number 1 in the chat room if you got love for the security guards. Cindy, before we start the show, Cindy, I asked you this question. Do you have love on a Toxic Talk Thursday, ma'am? Do you have love for the security guard?
Yeah, I got love for the security guard, but I don't think they're worth a damn. But I do.
What?
I got love for them and the purpose that they're supposed to serve. But in a lot of instances, I haven't seen security guards really do much of anything besides, look like they're doing something until the police come. No, actually, I'm not going to say that. Because there are some security guards, like I've seen some videos where they where they're tackling the shoplifters and all of that. So, they take their job really seriously. So shout out to them.
Shout out to the security guards, man. Sometimes folks belittle you guys. Sometimes you're disrespected. Sometimes you're doing your job and people don't understand it. Sometimes you guys are moving targets. Sometimes you catch one in the belly. And we do.
But I feel like don't all security guards look the same? A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? They're overweight. They don't look like they're really gonna be able to secure anything.
I saw one security guard. He was like 5'7", 160 something pounds. I was like, yo, bro, you cannot be. Are you? He's like, yo, I gotta check you. I said, no, I gotta check you. What are you doing here at the door, sir?
Right. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Now
when I
I've
think of
heard.
security, I'm thinking of like presidential level, Secret Service. That's what I'm expecting. When I hear security, when I yell for security, I want Secret Service to come out. I want you to have an earpiece, some type of black, ambiguous object. It could be a phone, it could be a gun, it could be a taser, it could be mace, whatever. I want some black, big, ambiguous device on your hip. And I either want you to have on a tight cuffed shirt, black, or I want you to have on like, secure vest. I mean blazer and button up. Like, what are we doing, security? And I want you to be fit, and I want you to have a buzz cut, and I want you to be white. No.
Damn. All that for $20. All that for $20 an hour.
That's just what I imagine when security comes. So
Now,
anything outside of that, I don't think you're securing anything.
now, security is a profitable business. It's a $1 billion industry. We know this. But Cindy, I do know some security guards. Now, like I said, I know a lot of security guards. I'm in that business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cindy, I know some security guards who have bagged the bitches. Uh, I've known some security guards that creep, that slay everything that's moving at the end of the night.
I mean,
I've
as they
heard
should.
tales. I've heard tales from security guards in their splendor when they broke a two-piece and when they went out there and slayed something. Cindy, my question to you before I yield back: are you attracted to?
Go ahead.
Before you spit up your tea, Cindy, have you ever been attracted to said security guard? Have you ever lust over a security guard while you was in your little drunken state? Or CJ, have you been bent over backwards and smashed by a security guard? Or have you ever thought and fantasized that maybe he could get it?
No. No. Not really. I can't remember the last time I seen like a cute security guard. So no.
Cindy, let's go
But
into a
you know
box.
what? Beyonce's. Well, I don't even know if he's considered a security guard. I think he's like the most famous bodyguard. Julius. Yeah, he can get it. But I think he's married.
Cindy, let's go a little further. Do the ladies, when y'all go to the club and y'all get the wine on and you're feeling good, do you guys scan the room and look at guys and go, in your mind, he can get it while you in the club? Not saying that you're pursuing it in a realistic term, but I want to go into the mind of the ladies, SennyJ. Whether the woman is in a relationship or not, when the ladies go out brunching or at the club or whatever, or they're around other men and they're not around their man, CJ, and they with their girls, and it's a feel good situation, atmosphere's good, music's good, food's good, everybody's looking good. Penny, I ask you as a woman, in your mind, when guys are walking by, do you look at you in your mind and go, whether you're in a relationship or not, you're not going to do it, you're not acting out on it. Do the women go, he can get it, CJ?
Yeah, I think everybody does that. It's not a woman thing. Do guys do that? Every
No, yeah,
Yes.
guys do that.
Yes.
So even so, Cindy, it's safe to say even if you was in a relationship, but you're not gonna act out. You're not gonna act out. But do you go? You know what? He can get it.
Yeah.
Put another one in the chat room, guys. If you've ever been in a social situation, whether if you're in a relationship or not, and you looked at some eye candy and you said to yourself, he or she can get it. CJ. Put a number one in the chat room if he or she King Giddy. Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Senny, it's so good to see you. We got a show note. We're going to give you a date tomorrow for our brunching podcast. Senny, June the 7th is not a good date. I'll see you 2 more dates later today when the club owner gives me the dates. All right, Senny, what you got going on? Welcome to the show, guys. We truly appreciate you. Let's go. And let's give a round of applause for the beauty herself, SennyJ. Let's clap.
Oh, isn't Shawn so great today? Thanks so much for that.
All right,
I forgot actually today was Toxic Talk Thursday, but Pastor Marvin Sapp, you guys know, and I didn't even know he was a pastor. I thought he was just a singer. He made that song, I Never Would. Is that his song or did he remix it? I Never Would Have Made It. Well, he has been coming under fire after begging the church to raise $40K and ordering his ushers to shut the doors. Gospel singer and pastor Marvin Sapp is under fire after a video surfaced. And I wish I had my other device. You guys can go look up the video. And it was showing him begging his congregation to help raise $40,000. The viral moment has sparked major criticisms online, with many calling his approach aggressive as well as inappropriate. He appeared visibly frustrated during a recent service and demanded the ushers to shut the doors of the church, preventing anyone from leaving until the offering was collected. In the circulating clip, he is heard saying, "Ushers, close the doors, close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but the restaurant anyway." The comment paired with the tone and delivery, social media in an uproar. Online users quickly turned to humor and irony, dubbing the incident the "never would have paid it" moment, which is a twist on his song. Others have defended his passion for the $40,000 shut-in, and others saw the move as manipulative and excessive. What do you guys think? What would you have done if Marvin Sapp, Shawn, what if your cousin, who's a pastor, okay, you came one Sunday just to chill. You was like, all right, I'm going to go with my mom. We're going to go to the church. We're going to support you. And he started saying, shut the doors till we raise $40K in this mother. Y'all ain't got nothing to do anyway. Y'all just going to go eat. Close the doors. What are you doing, Shawn Harvey?
Go fuck out of here, man. What are you talking about, man? Yo, bro, I open up the door, man. The devil's den. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what? I've been to hell 9 times already, so that ain't gonna bother me. I'm out the door. Never would have paid it. I like that. Marvin Sapp, you are totally out of order and delusional and disrespectful. And you have a whole different mindset. And guess what? You did all of us a favor because you exposed yourself. You have this hit record, and I understand that for all times as far as gospel songs are delivered. I give you that. I give you that credit. But uh, you're manipulated and manipulating the system. You all about the bread. All of this is a facade. You should resign. You should go back to school, back to Bible school, learn what it is. You have exposed yourself for the true hustler you are. It's nothing wrong with hustling, but you are hustling in malice. You are hustling on a self-centered tip. You are not there to be a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader to guide your flock. You are there to get paid. That's what you're there for. You are the true pimp. Remember that song? Anything goes when it comes to hoes, but pimping ain't easy. Anything goes when it comes to hoes because pimping it. You are pimping your congregation, man. You said, and you should be charged with kidnapping. How are you gonna sit there and say close the doors and nobody? Somebody should have smacked the shit out of you, sir.
Shut the doors.
Shut the doors.
You just going to the restaurant anyway, Shawn.
That's right. I'm going to the restaurant because you're right. You don't want me to eat, sir?
Because they was in there all day.
The church members, you should resign. This is something almost comparable to the Jim Jones incident back in the day when they was drinking the juice. And I'm not talking about Jim Jones, the rapper. Sir, how dare you flex your spiritual muscle of manipulation, and then you're gonna point to the screen and talk about the people that are watching. You got to get that money. What you need $40,000 for, sir?
Right. And why 40,000?
And why 40,000?
Why not?
Do you have any compassion for the sick and the shut-in, sir?
Is it for the roof?
The roof is on fire.
Is it
We
the
don't give
building
a
fund?
brother, let the motherfucker burn.
Church love to be having a building fund. Maybe the building needs some work.
That's right. And what about your the monthly dues is not enough, sir? The weekly dues is not enough, sir?
I think it's called tithes.
Yeah,
Shawn.
your tithes are not enough, sir? What's going on? Why are you pimping out the people? Wait, let's see what you guys say. Wait, let me see.
What are
Hey. Close the door.
It's low, Shawn.
You would have heard me. You'd have heard me an echo going, the fuck out of here.
I would have been like, close what doors?
1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, the 1,000 that's watching online.
Pointing at the screen.
A small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here.
We challenging you to shut up, sir. We challenge you to resign. You are a menace to society, sir. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say about me. This is a terrible example of spiritual leadership. You are about the money. You ain't about healing souls, sir, or providing your interpretation of the Bible stories that you do each and every week. You're about those big gold watches. You're about your cars. You're about the four ladies that you're dealing with. And your character should be in question, sir.
Isn't that what they call that prosperity preaching, right? Where it's like where they encourage people to like give, because in them giving they'll be more rich later and be more like them or something like that. They're called like prosperity teaching pastors or something like that. I don't know. I think like I'm telling you, the black church is out of control. It's always something to do with money. And I hate that. And I hate that because everybody else takes their religion so seriously. And again, it comes to black people and it's always some craziness.
Throughout the years on this show, SennyJ and I have always been heavily criticized about our view about urban black churches. And that's one of the things that we do agree upon. Cindy and I don't agree upon a lot. But this is one of the issues that we go really hard on. And some of y'all in the chat room, you're always scared when I start talking about religion and I start talking about God, and y'all go up in the chat room. No, that's not me. Like, you ain't it. Well, you know what? You know what now? Check this out. Now I have to question the congregation. Are you really co-signing this man's behavior and coming out of your pocket to try to fulfill this prophecy of $40,000? So not only do I question leadership, I now question the congregation. And these are some smart people, intellectually, educationally, or or just in the right mindset to go to church. And I question you, is this a cult? How do you have a man feel so comfortable to order the doors closed and also order you to pay him $40,000?
Yeah, how much y'all giving? Y'all, how much? Because for him to do this, that means he knows he can get it. And we never found out, did he get it? Did the people get to leave the church? Did he raise $40,000?
This
Nobody's
man,
saying.
this man should be, I dropped my word. This man should be immediately fired. Okay? Reverend Pastor Singer Marvin Sapp, you should be fired for that bullshit that you're doing for the church. Ordering them to pay $40,000 and lock the doors. Who are you, sir?
Lock the doors.
Never gonna pay it. And to the congregation, are you a bunch of idiots in that church? Are you drinking the juice? Fire him. Totally out of order, totally disrespectful, totally uncensored. You are just, sir, this was bad. It sends the wrong message. And it sends the wrong, that's why you're viral, sir. But thank you for what you did, Marvin Sapp. I love your song, but thank you for what you did. You have truly exposed yourself. You're not a pastor, sir. You pimping the hoes. Anything goes when it comes to hoes, but pimping ain't easy. Marvin Sapp, resign, sir. You're a detriment to the church. You're out of order. You have control issues, and there might be a dab of narcissism there. And take off that funny, weird-looking shirt you was wearing anyway. So you can say that Shawn Harvey's going to hell. Shawn Harvey's been to hell 7 times, sir. Miss Miko always, when we talk about religion, she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to go to hell. Harvey's been there. Marvin Sapp, if you don't change your attitude, sir, you're going straight to hell with Harvey.
I'm weak.
Everybody, let's welcome Miss Miko to the show. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hey, girl.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody.
Go ahead,
What's
Miss
up, SennyJ? Hey, sis.
Hey, girl. Missed you.
Hi, Shawn.
Whatever, Miko. Whatever.
How's Miss
Miko,
Bailey?
I know
Bailey is great.
Good.
Miss Miko, I know you're scared to talk about religion, but Marvin Sapp's $40,000 asking for that on the podium. What's your thoughts?
He told them to lock the doors till the congregation paid $40,000.
It's a scam.
Would you have paid? Would you? Okay, so let's say, because usually
Would I pay? No, because I'm not scared of man. No, he's human.
What do y'all do when that offering comes around for the second or third time when you're at church? Because you know Easter is coming up. Easter.
I'm not paying for no jets. I'm not paying for no jets, no Bentleys, no roofs, no none of that. I'm not paying for it. I'm not.
So, Miko, you giving your little dollar and keeping it moving?
Keeping it pushing.
When the plate comes around a second time, you like.
Here you go. This for you.
Why that plate be coming around a second time and a third time?
They crazy. That's why I think a lot of these churches is closing, because the new generation, like my daughter and them, they're spiritual, but they're not going into no building. They believe in God and all that, but they not giving up their Sunday mornings, going in no building and do none of that. They gonna pray and keep it pushing.
Okay. All is right with the Lord. What is it? People used to say, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there. That's me. Hello. me and the kids. We already at church every day. Praise the Lord. No.
Welcome to the show, the place on earth where you get your morning started.
Stephanie said asking $20 for each member is not a hard task. What does he need the $20 for, Stephanie?
I mean, that is not a hard ask.
But for what?
But it's up to the people to give. And again, what are y'all doing with the money, right? Churches, the money was supposed to go to like this, right? Trump is trying to shut down the DOE. So no schools are going to get funding. It's up to the state. It would be the church, right? Giving money to the school district. It should be the church, you know, having funerals for people, throwing fish fries, helping Miss Mary get her house from foreclosure. Like, isn't that what the church was there for and using money for, to help the community?
And
But this
and
this is, it's not
and
going to help the community. It's
and
going
right,
to their
and if you
pocket.
and you're right, and if you want to go that route, let's we already know historically, regardless of the size of the church, look at all the tremendous tax exemptions that church get from the state, federal level, and funding that they get. Well, they're not gonna get no funding no more for the Trump because of the Trump administration, but in past years they get funding for daycare. Remember, the church has got a lot of PPP loans that were forgiven. Okay, so there's a lot that churches can take advantage of as far as producing income. So for this man, and Stephanie talking about $20. No, that is Steph. God bless you. That's not the point. The point is, you should come into the church and give what you can afford. I know they have a sort of percentage, like 5%, 10%, but no, that's not what church is. Church is a place where you heal your heart, you get some spiritual guidance, you learn about whatever particular religion, and it shouldn't become a financial burden. And that's what this is. So going to church now is good. And let's talk about that part of it. Most folks, and let's stay with the black churches. Even my mother's a mother of the church. She's gonna get mad when she hear what I'm saying. But my whole thing is this: a lot of folks get dressed up every Sunday to go to church. It costs a lot of money to go to church. That's why
Right.
sometimes with Catholic church, good. If you can go to church like this, they ain't got to be all dressed up. So there's a whole spectacle with going to church. I say that respectively. Everybody wearing the big gowns, the big hats. There's an anniversary here. This is a production. So to sit there and ask someone to give all this money when it might cost them a few $100s to go to church anyway. And there's choir practice, and they got to travel, and they got to do this, and they got to do that, and they got to get on a bus, and there's a whole convention. Who's paying for this? The person who's participating is paying for it. So don't sit there on your big pulpit and talking about shut the doors. I need $40,000 when people spent hundreds of dollars to come to the church anyway. They drive the economy. A lot of Ubers, a lot of Lyfts. After the church, they got the dinners. This is big business.
They got the brunches.
They got brunch. They got all these things. And sir, for you to have the goal to say lock the doors and we're not going over to this
So this is my question.
$40,000.
So if I leave, if I unlock the door and I leave, what you gonna do?
Well,
What you gonna do if I leave?
Miko said, "Not if you buck, Pastor."
What you gonna do?
And Miko,
If I'm not with none of that, if I'm a family of 5 and I gotta give you $100 for me and my family, I don't have the 100, I only got 40. What you gonna do? Just asking.
Exactly. That's a great point. So, sir, you should be fired. You should be you real. I'm dead ass serious. You should be fired. You're out of order. You already. And what's the name of the church? And how much is this church worth? And how many people did you said you had 1,000 people in the building. So you got 1,000, there's 1,000 people. So even if
He said 1,000 online.
yeah, he said 1,000 online. I think he said 1,000 in attendance. So if there's 1,000 people in attendance and they all gave $1, you got $10,000 or 20, whatever that is. That's enough money for the day, sir. And if you can't afford your little building with your big church, then downsize the church.
Yeah.
Great song, Marvin. We love you with your song. Never could have made it, but we ain't never paying you no money, and you should be fired.
Lighthouse Full Life Center Church.
Then instead of having a 100-watt light, do a 20-watt light, my guy. Cut your expenses down, sir. What kind of car do you drive?
You know, the black church just needs a rebranding. That's all. You know, they just need to be rebranded.
So what? Say that again?
The black church needs a rebranding.
And one more thing about the black church, and I listen, I grew up in black churches. My mother's a pastor, a mother of a church. Why do you think there's so many black churches? Because they have resentments with the members and they start other churches. It's not because they spreading the word of God. A lot of these churches are built on resentment. So let's knock it off. Stop asking us for some money. Don't do that. Hold
But you
on.
know what's funny, Sean? He get it. I'm sure he got it. How much money he wanted?
He wanted
$40,000.
$40,000. Hey, hold on. Stephanie, you there? God bless you. Everybody,
Hey,
Stephanie's
Stephanie.
on the line. Go ahead.
Put it closer to the mic, Sean.
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So here's the thing when it comes to tithing or giving an offering in the church. Whether you like it or not, a pastor's job is to come in, preach the sermon. Prior to him preaching the sermon, if this is a good Bible teaching church, he's laying before God, he's studying the word, he's ministering to people outside of Sunday. All of that comes with a salary. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but a pastor gets a salary, and he gets a salary from the money that comes in from the church. The churches do not get money from the state. That's why there's a separation of church and state. Every dime that they get does come from the members, however much that is, right? So now when you guys talk about, church luncheons and the church outings, do you guys understand that the church is paying for that? When you see these people taking these church trips and going on these conventions, the church is paying for that. That's where the money comes in. So if people are not tithing or giving offerings, the building doesn't exist. And to Sean's point, if you coming into the church and you got to have on, $1,000 outfit, and you got to drive all of that is performative, and that's on you, right? And we've all heard the cliche saying, God says, "Come as you are," which that's not really what he meant by that word. But come as you are. You decide to do all that. That's on you. So Marvin started asking for. He said $20 from each member. That's $40,000. Where he threw people was lock the doors. Again, that's performative. And I think he knew what he was doing. He wanted to gain that traction. I don't know. Maybe he was chasing. I don't know. Maybe he's looking for more views. But church, y'all know pastors do that in the church. They say wild, ridiculous stuff. They pull crazy antics. They run around the church. They do all of that because it's performative. But I don't think it was a hard ask. I don't think it was far fetched for what he was saying. If there's a thousand people online watching me preach, and he didn't just wake up and say, "Well, I hope he didn't just say, well, this is the word I'm gonna give." Hopefully, he was laying before God. Hopefully, he was reading the word. Hopefully, he was praying and fasting, so he can hear from God and preach an unadulterated word from God, and not preaching a word from Marvin Sapp. And that's all I got.
Well, first of all, God bless you. It's all in the message, my beloved Stephanie. This is a man that was totally, once again, out of order. If he was going to ask for some money, there was 4 other ways to do that and not put a dollar amount on it. That's the appropriate way that anybody should ask for money. It shouldn't be, "Hey, listen, this is the exact amount that I need," because now it seems like it's an obligation to pay this man $40,000. He could have said, "Yeah, baby, listen."
Show your ticket is $25. Here you come with your smell goods at the end of the show.
Clock that T. Clock that T,
Yo,
Steph.
are you really serious right now?
That's serious.
The
You
church,
just as bad as Marvin Sapp, Sean. Have they
am I
ever
just
given
as
you
bad
a
as
no?
Marvin Sapp? Excuse me. First of all,
before you where are you standing? At the door. You don't even let them people the door before you talk about bodies, air fresheners, bodies, cologne, bodies, t-shirts. You stand at the door.
well, see, here's the
John got cologne?
Yeah, I got
Sean,
a
you
lot
got
going
little
on.
perfumes. You got little. What you got? What
You
you
got
Yo.
to
got over
smell
there?
good, Sean?
Yo, for real. Listen, first of all, and God bless you, everybody. Let's give a round of applause to Stephanie. First of all, I'm in the devil's den doing devil's work. Okay, that's first of all. Secondly, it's conditional. You come and pay, and you got to pay for stuff. That's what this is about. It's to church is unconditional. It's unconditional love. It's not about the money.
People are not tithing and sowing and making offerings. How does this building exist?
I
Here's
didn't.
where these funds come from.
Listen, I do agree with you. The funds do come from the members, but allow the members to make the choice to pay what they can afford to donate. It's called a donation. Yes, the pastor gets a salary. We all know this. But for the pastor to sit there and demand a certain amount of money, what if it's $20 per person to soften the blow a little bit? It's out of order because church, religion, technically it's supposed to be something unconditional and loving, where if you get to a certain point and you bless the church monetarily, then that's a good thing. But to sit there and demand money gives it conditions, and now it takes the religion and the spirituality out of the whole equation. Now, what if there's somebody there that lost everything? They didn't have nothing. They lost their job and they lost their family, and they were sitting in that church at that moment, looking for some peace and some love, some compassion. And you hear a man say, "Lock the doors. I need $20 and $30." That takes the religious, loving, unconditional spirituality out of the message. I do have a message.
We only heard a soundbite. We don't know what he was preaching prior to that.
And in that sound, and in that,
get off this phone.
and
You talk about my personal business here. What there?
hold on, wait a minute.
Financial hardship. Well, we had a foreclosure on the
Right.
Do you know who paid? Do you know who paid for the church? Because we have been going to this church for years. We have been tithing for these years, for all of these years, evangelizing for all of these years. I have been preaching and teaching and going into other churches and speaking the word and ministering to people. I was the director of the drama and fine arts department. I had sold and I had tithed so much into the church that when it was a time of need, guess what? They sold right back into me.
Right. And as they should.
And I think that's good. And that's
so you saying $20? He asking $20 from each member. He didn't say if you don't pay this $20, you're going to hell. Again, it was all performative. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm done with this. Now I'm gonna go back to listening to you.
Obviously, and God bless you. Obviously, Stephanie has a lot of trauma in the church, and I appreciate her sharing a
no,
little
I
bit
don't
of
think
her.
it's trauma.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
traumatized. She's
no,
traumatized.
it's not traumatized. I think that she has a connection with the church because she was dealing with the church and she was in it and she was a part of it. And there are good churches out there that do the work that you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Right.
But
exactly.
again, there are the other side of it that is what's turning everybody away. Again, you can't. It the few that are doing the good can't outweigh the many that are doing the bad, and that's just what's unfortunate about it.
Yeah, she's texting. She's the type that she
But
doesn't have
I'm gonna
trauma.
try and
Yeah.
give you guys one more story because I gotta go.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there's a little trauma there.
Why is there trauma? She just
Yeah,
said she was involved with the church. The
yeah,
church didn't do anything bad to her.
yeah, yes, yeah. You can hear it in her voice. She's been through a lot, and I appreciate you for your transparency. She's been through a lot with the church. Stephanie, do you still go to church every day? Go ahead, Cindy. What's next?
Jasmine Crockett is coming under fire for her comments that she made about Governor Abbott. Sorry, hold on, you guys. I have to do something else. She's coming under fire about comments that she made about Governor Abbott, calling him a Hot Wheels governor. If you guys didn't know, he is currently in a wheelchair. She said, y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there, and the only thing hot about him is that he's a hot ass mess, honey. She denied allegations that she was referring to Abbott being in a wheelchair. She said, I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by Black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear among the most vulnerable. Abbott was paralyzed from the waist down by a tree that fell on him while running when he was 26, and has been a staunch supporter of President Trump and bused migrants to predominantly Democratic cities from 2022 to 2024. Texas has spent over $148 million on the program. Abbott addressed the issue in an interview on Tuesday night, saying Democrats have nothing to sell but hate, and Americans are not buying it. The host, Shawn Hannity on Fox News, said that Crockett's explanation of her Hot Wheels comment was a pathetic response. And this is really coming on the heels of Elon Musk. He called somebody retarded and had everybody up in arms. Yes. And not to mention when Trump mocked the disability of that New York Times reporter, Sergey
I remember that.
right? When he made the arm gestures.
Yeah.
So what are y'all talking about because she called Governor Abbott Hot Wheels? But first of all, I feel like, Jasmine, you know why you called him Hot Wheels. Like, just stand on it, sis. It's okay. Nobody's faulting you for that. Call him Hot Wheels. Governor Hot Wheels. That's what he is. He's hot to trot in his chair or whatever, you know? But I think she should stand 10 toes down on it. But I understand, she has to keep her image. But I thought that was hilarious.
Welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Featuring the Wake Up Team with these two queens, and God bless that they're here today, SennyJ and Miss Miko. And folks in the chat room, if you don't mind, could you give the two queens a round of applause if y'all don't mind, and God bless. What's her name again? What's the congresswoman name again? Senny?
Wow, Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine,
she's like the only person sticking up for the Democratic Party.
Yeah. Jasmine Crockett, you are more man than any man or woman out here. You are the leader of the Democratic Party. You are fearless. You speak your mind. Don't stop now. Yes, Governor Hot Wheels. He's in a wheelchair. I didn't even know he was in a wheelchair, but he could get this smoke too, because he's the one who started all this problems with this migrant. They could have stayed in Texas, and we could have figured it out. But you migrated them all to the northern part of the country. Ma'am, you are our leader right now. We need your energy. You're the only Democrat at the moment that don't give a damn. We need to keep your energy, man. We love you. You are that firecracker that we need, because the Democrats are really hurting right now, and they have low self-esteem, and they letting the Trump administration and the Republicans walk right over them. No, keep that same energy. And Cindy's right. The left, the Trump and all these others have criticized other people personally. So just because he's in the wheelchair doesn't mean he can catch that smoke. How many times we've seen people in wheelchairs fighting each other?
Facts.
How come they never show him in the wheelchair? I feel like there've been when he was like standing, or was that just how they film him? I never knew he was in a wheelchair.
They film him from here, Cindy. That's it.
Right?
That's all you see.
Miss Crockett, you are a hero. Stand on your 10 toes, miss. We appreciate you on the front line talking your it. Thank you. Miss Miko, you got anything before we get out of here?
I have a quick story about Zelle. You guys, Zelle, if you use Zelle, I have an update for you. As of March 31st, if you use Zelle as a standalone app, you will no longer be able to send or receive money. Moving forward, you have to have Zelle through your banking financial institution. So say you have TD Bank, Chase Manhattan, whatever, the Zelle has to be on that app in order for you to use it. Zelle said that because there's so much growth with the banking and the credit unions, they're no longer supporting a standalone Zelle app. So that's just my new news. Starting April 1st, if you have the Zelle app, delete it, because you will not be able to receive or send money through that app.
Seems like that doesn't make any sense.
Yep, it's only through your banking, because I didn't know Zelle had an app. I have Zelle, but it only goes through my bank. I didn't know
Right.
you could actually just download Zelle from the App Store.
I knew that Zelle had an app, but I never used it. I only used it through my bank.
Mhm.
But I figured the app would. I figured if you had the app, it would just connect you to your bank. So I never thought of why would
Yeah.
I download it. You know.
Yeah,
No, from their website, Zelle said if you use the standalone Zelle app, you should be receiving a message about the change through various emails and app notifications. To continue using Zelle, all standalone app users must enroll through one of the 2,000 banks and credit unions that offer Zelle.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what
what?
they should be doing anyway.
That's news to me. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could use Zelle by itself without being connected to a bank. I didn't even know
How
that.
does that even work? Like, where does the money come from? Like, I don't even know.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Miko. Listen, guys, we truly appreciate you so much. On the Cocktail Talk Thursday, put a number 1 if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. We will have a new date for our live podcast. June the 6th is not. June the 7th is not working. I have one later on today, and we'll announce it on Monday. Because they're having a party. All right. So, Cindy, last word before the last word.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a good one today. Okay. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. Think about that.
You gotta think about it.
Today.
All right, Miss Miko. I don't know what that was, but go ahead.
Be wise in words. No, don't be wise in words. Be wise in deeds.
Oh, okay. I like that, Miss Miko.
We like that. Thank you. And Cindy, we like yours as well.
I love you, Cindy. That's a good one.
Y'all got to think about it later.
I got you. All right, guys. We see you tomorrow, man. You guys be safe. Thank you so much. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. All right, we're out of here.
Bye, guys.